You're listening to a Roddenberry podcast.
Today's Tuesday, March 9th, 2021, and this is your daily Star Trek news from the Roddenberry Podcast Network. On today's show, in case you missed it, a new Star Trek film has been ordered from Discovery writer Kalinda Vazquez. Geek Destination Superstore Forbidden Planet announces a new line of official Galaxy Quest merchandise, and I've got this week's Star Trek the Motion Picture-themed Trek Trivia. I'm Alison Pitt, and today's show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Get 10% off your first month of counseling at betterhelp.com/DSTN. Now, first up today, in case you missed it, last week, Deadline reported that television writer and producer Kalinda Vazquez has been chosen by Paramount Pictures to write a new Star Trek film to be produced by J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot. Vazquez comes to the table having written the Star Trek Short Treks episode Ask Not, as well as the teleplay for Star Trek Discovery Season 3, Episode 10, Terra Firma Part 2. She's also served as a consulting producer for several episodes of Discovery. Before working on Star Trek, Vazquez wrote and produced for both the AMC series Fear the Walking Dead and Marvel's Runaways, and she's worked on numerous other television series as well. Vazquez also has one more tie to Star Trek, and it's really something special. Her first name, Kalinda, comes from a character in the original series Season 2 episode, By Any Other Name. Star Trek Discovery executive producer Michelle Paradise offered her support to Vazquez on social media on Thursday, saying, "Congratulations, Kalinda Vazquez. So excited to see this one day, hopefully sooner rather than later." Now, this is not the first time we've heard about a new Star Trek 4 film in the works. Back in November of 2019, the same journalist at Deadline reported Noah Hawley's attachment to the franchise in nearly the same fashion as Vazquez. Since then, the last 2 years have been mired in rumors and speculation as to what that film might look like, before finally being put to rest last December. In the same time period, we also saw proposed films by S.J. Clarkson and Quentin Tarantino come and go. So what does that mean for the new script to come from Kalinda Vazquez? According to Deadline, the script from Vazquez is a blind deal for an original movie, but that's the extent of the details. We'll let you know more as we do. Now next up, pedal to the metal, kids! Geek Destination Superstore Forbidden Planet is releasing their own line of officially licensed Galaxy Quest-themed merchandise, and they've given Daily Star Trek News an exclusive peek at the new goods. For the uninitiated, whoever you might be, Galaxy Quest is a 1999 comedy film starring Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, Alan Rickman, and many more. It's essentially a parody of Star Trek, but its empathetic portrayals of both the cast of the fictional Galaxy Quest and of the devoted fans of said fictional series have earned it a place as one of the best Star Trek films of all time. It regularly places highly in fan lists, from conventions to blogs. Now, Galaxy Quest has stood the test of time, too. More than 20 years later, it still boasts a Rotten Tomatoes score of 90%. It's had its own documentary, and star Tim Allen has said they talk about a sequel all the time. This summer, you can show off your love for Galaxy Quest with a new range of products officially licensed and produced by Forbidden Planet. And listen, Forbidden Planet knows their stuff. The cult entertainment megastore has been a destination for geeks in London, New York, and other cities around the globe for more than 40 years. There are 3 new t-shirt designs coming, each with a slightly different style. The first is a vintage-style graphic design with the slogan, "Never give up, never surrender," along with the image of the NSCA Protector zooming through space. Then there's the understated one, a dark blue tee with an insignia-style print on the front left chest in white. And finally, there's the pièce de résistance, a black t-shirt with a portrait of the late Alan Rickman's character, Alexander Dane, playing Dr. Lazarus, and his famous line, "By Grabthar's hammer, you shall be avenged." Forbidden Planet also have a line of similar giftware, including mugs, coasters, enamel pins, and even a tea towel. How British. You can pre-order Forbidden Planet's new Galaxy Quest merchandise on their website for delivery in May or June. One small note for customers outside of the United Kingdom. Their website says international orders are currently suspended, but they've told us that they're working on it, and it should be resolved ASAP. Once again, head to Forbidden Planet at forbiddenplanet.com to check out the new merchandise, because it's the simple things in life you treasure. All right, now I've got Trek Trivia Tuesday here in just a moment, but first, a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. Now, I don't know about you, but all over my social media feeds, this week is the week of It's Been a Year Since. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, count yourself lucky. Now, if you're struggling to get past it this week, then it might be time for you to consider speaking to a therapist. There are multiple options out there, but one that you should consider looking into is BetterHelp. Like traditional counseling services, BetterHelp matches you with a licensed professional therapist. It's also confidential and safe, again, just like traditional counseling. But what sets BetterHelp apart is that because it's completely online, you can get counseling in a way that suits you, and it's more affordable. You can start living a happier life today. And as a Daily Star Trek News listener, you can get 10% off your first month of BetterHelp by visiting betterhelp.com/DSTN. And that's help, HELP. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health by visiting betterhelp.com/DSTN. That's HELP, betterhelp.com/DSTN. And a big thanks to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's show. And now, without further ado, it's Trek Trivia Tuesday. Did you know? In the novelization of Star Trek the Motion Picture, the name of V'ger was spelled Vejur in order to misdirect readers from guessing the story's denouement. In the film's script, the name was spelled V''Ger, employing the age-old Star Trek trick of using an apostrophe to hide secret information in someone's name. In this case, the OYA from the Voyager space probe. In related news, what was T'Pau hiding? That's a mission log joke, by the way. Anyway, so now a trivia question for you. V'ger, in its quest to learn all that is learnable, ended up being a huge vessel whose limits reached far beyond the size of the original Voyager space probe. But how big was it exactly, and why is its size controversial in the discussion of Star Trek canon? Find out on Friday's episode of Daily Star Trek News. Well, that's it for today's Daily Star Trek News from the Roddenberry Podcast Network. Don't forget to check out the other great shows on the network at podcasts.roddenberry.com. Daily Star Trek News is produced by me, Alison Pitt, with selected stories by Chris Peterson. We're supported by people like you through Patreon. Find out how you can add your support at patreon.com/Daily Star Trek News. And finally, please make sure that you're signed up for the Daily Star Trek newsletter at dailystartreknews.com/contact. Get all the day's Star Trek news delivered straight to your inbox every weekday morning. I'm back tomorrow with more of the Star Trek news you need to know, and this week in Trek history. I'm Alison Pitt. Live long and prosper.
This is a Roddenberry podcast. For more great podcasts, visit podcast.roddenberry.com.